Hello, Taurus. Welcome to an amazingly powerful month of August, where you're going to reset your life for the next 15 years and you're going to get a lot of support from Venus, the Lord of your sign. Want to know more? Then we're going to go ahead and dive in. But before we do, don't forget, if you're new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothy and I am the Lunatic astrologer here. And you can also maybe like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications to help my channel grow. Finally, I have a lot of stuff going on right now in my description box. I'm teaching an introductory astrology class that I've taught before. I cap the students if you want to get in the early bird wait list for a discount. When I announce that class is opening for enrollment, that's a class that begins and starts in October, goes 8 weeks live. Then please sign up below for the wait list if you want to know a bit about intermediate level astrology and how to do some really cool and unusual divine timing techniques in astrology. Check that out below. Starts in September. You need to be at least at intermediate level, know your basics of astrology. And if you want to get your astrology business off the ground, check my Rock Your Astro Biz course. Okay, now let's get going. Everything's in the description box. Let's talk about the big boom. Now, the big boom happens on August 1st and 2nd, and it's huge energy for you, Taurus. I go into great depth about this in my other video. Link will be in the description box. It's called Big Boom Reality Shift, event, and it's going to change your life for the next 15 years. So I won't go into such depth as I did in my other video because I don't want to repeat the content, but it is an idea that you're reinventing yourself. This big boom is so important. It happened last in Pisces in 2007. This is a reset of you. This is rare. You're not going to live to see this again. And in fact, the last time it happened, the way it's happening was in 324 BC, because Mars is joining in the regular North Node conjunction with Uranus, but now Mars is also joined in at 18 Taurus. So if you know a bit about astrology, you can pretty well guess that if your rising sign is in that 18 Taurus area. And I'd say this is so important that why don't we go 10 to 28 degrees of Taurus? That's a lot of you guys. There's a huge reinvention of you, a huge redirection of your very identity in some profound way over the next 15 years. This big boom is not to be trifled with, but the good news is your Venus, the ruler of you, is sextiling, loving it up, rainbows and unicorns, giving it some lush yay, silver lining, because she's baking in a sextile from Cancer. So if you're a Taurus rising, the really, really good news about this is that the Lord of your sign loves up the big boom from your third house. This can involve positive developments in skills-based learning, siblings, aunts, uncles, and cousins, local neighborhood stuff, trips and travel, all kind of connected to this reinvention of who you are, or the online world. Now, later in the month that we're going to come back to the big boom because there's a secondary activation, by the way, excuse me, I'm sunny now, that really also kicks in a similar narrative with the full moon in Aquarius. Holy, yeah, you see I'm getting weird sun right now at the end of the day here. Let's keep going. So next off, what I want to talk about is Venus, your Lord, the planetary body that rules Taurus, Sun, Moon, and risings, is trining Neptune. Is this positive? It's higher love, big love, high inspiration, high creativity, daydream, believer, all that good stuff. And it feels good. And it's going to be on the 7th and 8th of August. And with Venus in watery Cancer, full of nurturance and love and sensuality and pleasure, in a lovely flowing 120-degree lucky angle called a trine to Jupiter in your 11th house. This may be enjoying your friends around the 7th and 8th of August, having good times out with the people you love in your local neighborhood, a feeling of celebration, favors from friends, joyful interaction, socializing, and just feeling really good. Even a short trip or getaway could occur around this time, third house themes that allow you to have fun, play, pleasure, and social engagement with people that you really, really, truly enjoy being with. So that's just a lovely piece of the sky in August. Then later on, we come into the big intensity of a full moon in Aquarius. That means the sun is in Leo, the moon is in Aquarius. It's happening at 19 degrees of Aquarius. So yeah, this is important because it activates the big boom and creates a temporary T-square in the sky, because what is happening is the North Node is still at around 18 degrees of Taurus, and the Uranus is at 17 or 18 degrees of Taurus. They're all sitting up there, creating a very tight T-square or gritty tension, high voltage energy. The T-square energy is going to engage a very strong sense here of something having to shift in your work routines, or not your work, your career path or your work path. The full moon is shining in the house of your purpose, your work, your success, your reputation, what you consider perhaps to be the direction of your whole, action in the world, why you're here. Praxis, action, 10th house, it's how people see you, how you see yourself, your job, your career, your purpose. Okay. And that's where the full moon is showing. Now, it can be a completion, it could be a fruition of something, but also a revelation full moon, right? And you're getting a lot of that reestablishment of the big re-identification of self, the identity shift of this big boom from your first house. And of course, the sun will be coming into that story from the fourth house of home, where you live, land and real estate. So something big is trying to shift, maybe in your home, from your home, through the way you see your reputation and career and your purpose in life, changing or reorienting, or fullness in the sky there. You'll definitely be able to connect the dots between roughly July the 30th to August the 4th, when you get to this big boom of re-identification of yourself through things that change in your home and domestic life, and in connection with this sense of reorienting yourself. And you will have Venus moving through Leo around the same time. And that is going to make you feel very much like pleasure, love, and nourishment, and fun, and excitement, and sexuality, and romance are blooming in your home life somehow. Now, let's keep going. Because Venus is the Lord of you, and she's your number one planet, your fairy godfather, mother, in this case, mother. We want to talk about Venus as she moves through Leo starting August 11th, because this allows you to beautify your home. It brings you luck in real estate and land dealings. It allows you to feel a sense of joy, pleasure, play, and fun in and from your home environment that will run through the entirety of August after the 11th. So in this sense, you're really feeling, I would say, just extremely happy at home. And, this is a month in which being at home, as opposed to running around or traveling, feels luscious for you. So you could decorate your home, paint your home, beautify your home, or a real estate property of some sort. And if you want to buy or sell real estate, this is an auspicious transit. You may have a female in your home visiting you starting August 11th as well. That's another way that can work out. All right, next, I want to point to this time of Mars trine Pluto on the 13th and the 14th of the month. Now, Mars and Pluto in a trine is a positive thing. It powers up resources, powers up your own sense of determination in a flowing way. You can get a lot of shit done with Mars trine Pluto, but you can also get a lot of sense of moving into a new level of empowerment in some way. Now, Mars, when he is trining Pluto, is doing that from the last degrees of Taurus, and Pluto is in the last degrees of Capricorn, and this is in your 9th and your 1st house. So some of you Tauruses are feeling this surge of empowerment around higher education, campuses, universities, foreign lands and travel, court and legal matters. All right, things where judges have to determine outcomes, and things to do with visas, passports, and things to do with bureaucratic red tape. You are taking action. Mars is in the house of you, allowing you to clear the decks in all of those areas, and you really kind of power up all cylinders in that area of your sky around the 13th and 14th. Next, you're going to find that you're going to get into this gnarly time of Mercury opposite Neptune while trining Pluto. We see how Pluto's really playing a role here. So let's talk about what the Neptune story is. Neptune is where it can be illusion, delusion, and we don't see clearly. And, the goddess of business partners and love partners is sitting with Neptune at the same time. And Mercury is across the way in the 5th house of money speculation, risky money speculation, money luck, romantic engagements, romance, your children. So there's kind of maybe a clearing of clearing up or clarifying, because Mercury is in dignity. He has the upper hand. And so what are you going to hear from one of your children that could be a bit of news that is going to dispel an illusion or even a deception? What could a romantic partner tell you that it dispels an illusion or deception? Or Mercury money, mercantile commerce in the 5th house. What lucky money break are you having that helps you to release yourself from some illusion or delusion about a business or partner or friend who has not been telling you the truth? Okay, possibilities. We do have a Pluto trine. So Mercury in your fifth house of money luck is trining Pluto in your ninth house of legalities, courts, and things that can be ruled in your favor, foreign lands and travel visas. So yeah, there's that. This could literally be about finally getting that visa on the dotted line, the trip planned, or getting some kind of positive developments in legal matters that affect your finances in a very successful way. If you have your own business, this is Mercury in the house of independent business, Pluto ruling in your favor from a legal status, okay, dispelling illusions around business partners or love partners that may be involved, all right? Then, and that was, if you didn't, I said 21 to 23 of the month, I believe I did. The sun in Virgo will square Mars in Gemini. Now, Mars will be in Gemini for a dog's age. Let's talk about that. August the 20th through to like next March, Mars will spend an inordinate number of time. Instead of 6 weeks every 2 years, it will spending like 7 months there in the sign of Gemini. In your sky, this is your money house. This is a good and a bad thing for you as a Taurus rising, sun and moon. It means that you're going to be driven and passionate about making money and increasing your money. You're going to be putting a lot of energy and direction into earnings. This can also be about elimination, selling things that you don't want and need, getting rid of possessions that are extraneous, selling a property, selling a car, selling things that you don't want and need, and it's time to let go. It could be cleaning out and clearing out your food style, your cigarettes, weed, wine, food that you don't need, long arc of cleaning, cleansing up your food and food style and things you put in your mouth. If you want to do plastic surgery or fix your face, it's also good for that. Dermabrasion, lasers, cutting, scalpels. The second house is face, okay? And dental work as well. Teeth is good in there as well. But all of that said, in the short term, in August, there's this long transit that starts of Mars in the early degrees of your second house. Now, it could be a new beginning, a new momentum in your money, right? So that's the positive side, August the 20th, Taurus. Second of all, you do have the experience, however, of this sun opposite that particular ambitious second house Mars, and the sun is in the house of inheritances. The sun is in the house of your business partner's money. The sun is in the house of your marriage and spousal resources, bank loans and mortgages. Now, if there's an elder relative who's a male who could be passing, this could be about how this is a story of an inheritance. It's also propping up and fueling this new vim and vigor in the money area. But you could get opposition from a financial advisor about the way you're spending your money. You could get some tension between something to do with a business partner and the way money is being spent with Mars in your second, or money is being, your action plans are going for your money. Okay, just keep that in mind. This is happening on the 25th to the 29th, this sun square Mars, 25th to the 29th. We do end the month on a happy note. August 31st, you're going to have a Mars sextile Jupiter. Hallelujah moment. We're all going to love it up. It's really great. It's a happy note at the end of the month where Mars is going to be moving, yes, to your money house and getting some luck support from Jupiter in your 12th. This is your past life stuff. This is your treasure chest from another life. This is also behind the scenes backroom deals that are lucky and opportunistic and good for you regarding your money. And so at the end of August, on the 31st, you get this juicy yay you vibe around money support from Jupiter from the 12th house. Payment, PayPal, payment processors can be 12th house because it allows you to do barter and trade overseas, foreign shores. It's third from the third, like the traveling salesman. You're going to find that this could be good for money if you do that kind of thing, especially if you have your own business of any kind, where you can take money, not like brick and mortar, but online or from around the world from people. Could be a big boost August 31st of that kind of money story for a Taurus. The 12th house is backrooms, sort of behind the stage deals and deal making and negotiations that are around the 31st going to bolster your financial goodness, especially in terms of the money you have on hand to spend, your earnings, and the money you can use immediately in your life. Okay, so that's how the month ends for you, Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Consider signing up for my newsletter. Why? Because it's a free 60-minute videos times 12 of each single sign, the entire 2022 forecast. And we're only halfway through the year, so why not get it for free? It was for sale for $47. But now it's a bribe to get you to sign up for my weekly newsletter. It's a forecast newsletter, written form by me, that comes out every Saturday. Check it out. And I hope to see you on my newsletter subscription list. Oh, and you get a 30% discount code off for any reading with me as well once you sign up. Yeah, okay. I'll see you guys soon on the next videos.